Let's make dal tadka today. It's a typical Indian dhaba style dal tadka. We need 3 dals for this dal tadka. Now we will use the dals. We will take first toor dal. We will take 1 katori of toor dal. We will now add some masoor dal to it. And now we need to add chana dal, which I don't have at the moment. But if I had chana dal, I would have added that as well to these 2 dals. We will now add some water to it. And we will wash it, as dals have a lot of pesticides in it. So we need to wash it properly, at least 2 to 3 times. Let's do it again. Let's add water again and wash it for the second time. Thoroughly wash it nicely. You can see the color of the water is changed because all the pesticides that were in it have come off. And you can see the water is turning a little whitish. Now you will see that the dal has been washed for 3 times. Now we will add some water. And we will make sure that the dal is soaked in this for at least half an hour to 1 hour. 1 hour is better because it cooks well then. Now you can see this is the soaked dal. You can see it's a little swelled up. And don't worry if you don't have time to soak the dal and you want to cook it immediately. The only thing you'll need to do is give it extra whistles if you are unable to soak it. I have drained off the water from the soaked dal and now we will prepare it for it to be cooked. So we will now add some water to it. If you have taken 1 katori of dal, you will add 3 katoris of water. Now we will want to add some green chili to it. So I'm going to slit 1 green chili and then add it to this dal. And then I would add some ginger to it as well. Chopped ginger should be added. Add some turmeric powder to it. And add some salt to it. Now that we have added all the ingredients, we will shut the cooker and put on the gas. And then we will let it cook for at least 3 to 4 whistles, depending on how long we have soaked the dal for. Let it depressurize, remove the pressure, and then open the lid. And then you will be able to see that it's cooked. The dal has been cooked well. Now transfer the cooked dal in another vessel. Make sure remove every bit of the dal that is there in the cooker. We will now remove this green chili from it and throw it away. We will use the same vessel, that is the cooker, to give the tadka, as we need a hard bottom or a thick bottom based vessel. Every time you need to give a tadka, you will always need a thick bottomed vessel so that the tadka does not burn. Vessel is heated, let's add some ghee to it. The ghee is heated now. We will add some jeera. Some red Kashmiri chili cut into pieces. Stir it and don't let the cumins burn. And now we will add some ginger and some garlic as well. And now we will stir it to avoid it sticking to the base, and keep stirring it and keep the flame at low. You can add some green chilies as well, but you can limit the spices to as how spicy you like. As we have already put some chili in the dal when it was being boiled. Once this is done, we will add some onions to it. On high flame. Always cook on high flame. Keep stirring it well. You will cook it till the color of the onions change. Keep stirring it during intervals. Regularly keep stirring it so that it does not stick at the bottom or get burnt. As the base of this vessel is thick and we are cooking it for so long, it does not burn or get stuck at the bottom of the vessel. We need to keep stirring it at regular intervals. This dal takes a little bit extra time, but it tastes amazing, a typical dhaba style dal tadka. Now you can see the color is changing of the onions. Now I can get some great aroma from the cooked onions. And now we will add some tomatoes to it. Add some salt to it and cook it on high flame. Stir it well. Keep cooking the tomatoes for another 2-3 minutes. And you need to wait till it gets mushy and soft as well. Tomatoes are getting softer. Still need another minute for it to cook. Try and mash it if it's not mashed by itself. Now what we're going to do is we are going to add some masalas. We will add little haldi powder. Add some dhania powder as well to it. And now we will add some chili powder. I'm using Kashmiri red chili powder. It gives it a good color, and if you don't want very spicy, it is less spicy as well. And we will add some garam masala as well to it. And now we will stir and cook. Now let's sprinkle some water in it so that it does not stick at the bottom of the vessel. Whenever you cook on the high flame, you must realize that there should be a smoky look to it. It's like you can see the smoke coming out of it. That means it's cooking really well. And be careful that it does not burn. And keep stirring it till the masalas are cooked for some time. And then we will add the dal to it. Now we've added the dal and we will now stir it and boil it for some time. Look at the lovely color that it has. Now we need to boil the dal for 2 to 3 minutes. Keep stirring it so that it does not burn or stick at the bottom. After 2 to 3 minutes, when the dal is boiling, we will keep stirring it in intervals. And once it's boiled properly, we will add some kasturi methi to it. Some amchur powder as well. And now we will add some coriander leaves to it. Give it a nice stir and let it cook. And we will add some butter to it. Stir it and let the butter dissolve in it. This is a homemade dal tadka. Usually when you go to the restaurant, the dal tadka is spicy, but you can adjust the spiciness at home according to your taste. You can adjust the thickness also as per how thick or thin you would like the dal to be. You can see this is not too thick and not too watery. So it all depends on how you would like to have the dal. If you realize that while we were making the tadka or the masala that we were cooking, the flame that comes out of it, the smoke, is what gives it the great taste of the dal tadka. Hence, make sure that you sprinkle a little water in it, else it will burn and stick to the bottom of the vessel. So the water will avoid it from getting burnt. Now we've switched off the gas as the dal is ready. Now there is one more tadka that needs to be given, And that we will give it later, as usually that is given before we serve the dal. Now is our final tadka, which we need to give. Now I'm heating the gas. Now we'll add some ghee to it. We're heating the ghee now. Once the ghee is heated, we will add some onions. Stir it, and then add some asafoetida, that is hing. Stir it to avoid it sticking at the bottom. Then we will add some red chili, that is whole red Kashmiri chili cut into pieces. This final tadka gives it a very good flavor at the end. It needs to be stirred regularly in between the intervals so that the onion doesn't stick to the base of the kadai. When the color is changing a little bit of the onions, we will then add red chili powder to it and stir it. The final tadka is getting cooked and you're getting a great aroma out of it. Ghee, that is a clarified butter, gives a very great aroma. We have now transferred the dal into a bowl. This is how we will add the final tadka to it. Isn't it looking yum? And now we will garnish it with some coriander leaves. And it's ready to be served with some nice jeera rice, paratha, or some naan. and you can enjoy this great dhaba style dal tadka.